Hello, welcome back to Fan Geektastic. Remember to like and subscribe if you find any of this information useful. Today I had a request from a new eBay seller to go over some information on trading card boxes. For instance, this one here. This is Voyager Season 1, what would be considered a hobby box. This is from the mid-90s, early 90s. These are set up for individual pack sales. This one right here has a lot, or a kind of like a tracking type number, and it's got a price over here. They originally sold for $19.99, and this is printed directly on the box. These are old 90s retail boxes. They were meant to be sold as a box. It still has packs inside, so it's not like a set. This right here is a hobby box, or hobby box, retail box, and this is a set. This has 72 cards in it, plus some randomly inserted special cards. You can see on the back here. These are factory sealed sets with inserts. These are not retail. These are not hobby. These are sets. Now, this right here is also, I guess you could say it was a retail box, because at the time that these came out, there weren't really that many hobby stores. This right here. This one here is a hobby box. This one here is a retail box. These cards should be identical, but this one, as it says up here, for box sale only. This is not supposed to be opened up and sold individually by pack. Now, this one does not have a price printed on it already. If I remember correctly, these sold for I think it was $9.99 originally, and these at card stores and comic book stores, if I remember correctly, we sold these for about $30, $36, somewhere around there. It was about $1 a pack. Now, if you look at this one and you look at this one says Fleer Skybox. Here, you can see it up right side up here. This one says Skybox. These were made a couple of years before this, at least a year before Fleer bought out Skybox, or vice versa. Typically speaking, most of the factory sealed boxes are going to have the company's seal on it, and that's just to avoid any questions on if they've been tampered with. Because if you look at this one, you'll see it says Skybox on it. Which means it's a factory seal. If you look at this one here, it has plastic covering it, but it's all taped on. This I put on there just to make sure that there wasn't any more dirt added to it. I want these cards to last as long as possible, and much like comic books, you have to switch out the plastic every once in a while, and I will take these out of the box, or out of the plastic, and I will let them breathe about once every 7 or 8 years. Alright, now one of the other things that I've been asked a lot is shipping. And I've come across a lot of people who think that putting a little bit of bubble wrap and sticking it inside of a plastic bag is going to be enough protection. So whenever I go to sell a box, we'll just use this one as an example. First thing I want to do is I want to measure it off, and I give it a little extra room on each side. And I'll then finish going this direction with it. Alright. Now this is probably one of the easiest ones that you'll ever be able to make, because most of it's already cut for you. So remember, if you can, always remember to cut away from yourself. Now, this making this nice and pretty is not the most important thing, because this is not going to be seen by anybody. Because number one, if you try and mail this the way it is, post office is going to charge you for this size box before you cut it up. So it will be regional rate box A. And some tape in the way that was being annoying. Oop, got one more spot. Alright. I got all that cut up, and I got plenty of room. So what I'm going to do is grab some bubble wrap, and I always save the bubble wrap from anybody I buy from on eBay, because 98% of the time the bubble wrap is perfectly fine. Nothing's been popped, or not enough to be a problem. And fold that up, fold that up. And this is the reason why I give it so much extra room, because I know I'm going to make this thing kind of thick. Yep. Put that one down there. There we go. Alright. So I got it pretty much sealed. And then what I'll do is I will wrap some tape around it. I will usually take some larger bubble wrap. The ones with the 1-inch bubbles, and I will make one loop around it, and I will stick it inside a bag like this after I've taped it up. Now I haven't put the bubble wrap on it because I don't want to rip that all up. But there you go. That right there, I can guarantee, once you finish sealing this thing up, that no matter how many videos of horrible USPS and FedEx drivers you've seen throwing stuff, kicking it, that right there will arrive to its recipient unfazed. Not a single thing wrong with that. And quite literally, the box was free. You can get those free from USPS. You order them, they'll send them to you for free. You just cut them up, use them as you need. If it's cheaper doing it this way than it is by just putting the stuff inside the box as it is formed, because sometimes it is cheaper depending on how much the items you're sending weigh. I remember sending out 35 pounds of comic books, and it was definitely cheaper using the box unmolested, unmodified, than it was to modify it and turn it into something to be stuck in something else, or to put it inside of an old Amazon Prime box, or something you would pick up from Home Depot or the one of the shipping stores, or whatever store you ended up going to get a box. So whatever's most economical to use, that's what I use. So that is my brief breakdown on types of card boxes and how I ship. Now, I do the same thing for larger boxes. If it's not going to be able to be put into a plastic bag for shipping, one of these, then I will use a Amazon Prime box, or some other thick shipping rated cardboard box. If you're trying to ship it in a box that has cardboard this thick, don't do it. You want it to be shipping rated cardboard. If you're trying to ship it in something that was inside of shipping rated cardboard, like home goods box, most of those are not designed for shipping. You try to ship something in there, they're going to receive a box that has been ripped open and retaped by USPS or FedEx or whoever, and there's a good chance that whatever's in there is either halfway missing, or it's damaged, or at some point it gets ripped up enough so that they can't even tell where it's supposed to go, and is missing like a side, the shipping label's been ripped off, something like that has happened. So you want to make sure that you use shipping rated cardboard to be able to ship stuff. And if y'all want me to, I can show you how I make my boxes for shipping comic books, ones that are in just a standard bag and board. I can show you what I do for top loaders, and I can show you what I do for graded comic books. It's all pretty much the same, it's just slightly different ways of measuring, but it all pretty much evolves the same way that I did the box that I showed you earlier. And it's measuring it out, figuring out how much of a padding you need, and then make sure you fold it up. Whenever I'm actually sending out an item, I do take a little bit more time to make sure that everything lines up a little bit better. It's what I was showing you was just a quick look. You can get this done in like a minute. All right, thank you for joining me today. This is Nathan with FanGeektastic. I hope if you enjoyed this video, you will like and subscribe. And remember, if there's anything that you're a fan of, anything you geek out about, I'm FanGeektastic, and I'm here for you.